Hello and welcome to the Fish's Lair. I am Roy Fei Hong and we have the best weekend planned. Actually, probably not the best weekend planned. Of no sleep and diarrhea, it is time for the Fish's Lair. Just figuring out a plan for the future, honing my craft, Movie reviews this weekend. I'm going to probably be doing Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. If you haven't seen that, I hear it's a good movie. I tried to watch it one time, never finished it, and now I've had the movie borrowed for a long time from a friend, so I'll return that. I'm going to watch it this weekend probably. I'd like you to comment down below and just tell me, what character would you like to see in my walkthrough? So here's your three choices for Destiny. Either you can pick a female warlock, an exo-titan, or a human hunter. Please comment if you have any preference what you want for the walkthrough, and I'll definitely take that into consideration. Seems like everybody is talking about it. He just needs to step it up. And if you know what I'm talking about, it would be Roman Reigns. The guy he needs to do better. It sucks that Dean Ambrose isn't around right now, because I think he would be past his peak by WrestleMania. I think he could be onto something big, and now he's going to have to wait a while. And then they're going to continue the feud with Rollins, which should be good. Don't you try to tell me Roman Reigns is awesome, because he's not. You're just getting so much of him shoved down your throat at the time, you think he's excellent. But you know what? He's a B+ player. Actually, in my opinion, he's maybe a C+ player. I think there's a lot of people that get that B+ rating that are a lot more entertaining, like Cesaro, for example. Roman Reigns needs to step it up. I don't want to see him versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Hell no, that will be super boring. You want to talk about Roman Reigns promos? Yeah, I said he's been getting better, but when you look at it, he's like a poor man's Razor Ramon. And if you didn't notice, Roman Reigns' logo with the RRs, it's pretty much Rorschach's logo, except it's capital R's for Roman Reigns, and it's lowercase r's for Rorschach. So WWE need to do something about that. I don't want to see The Rock and Brock at WrestleMania. If you watch The Rock when he came back, he was good in like the first 10 minutes of the match, pretty much. And then he slowed down. If he could have did some more work in the ring and got some ring stamina back, he would have looked a lot better. But I just thought The Rock was too bulky and it slowed him down, and he wasn't used to it. He didn't have the ring stamina, and that's why I thought it was bullshit. I don't want to see The Rock and Brock. I think it would be awful. I didn't like The Rock when he came back. I thought it sucked that CM Punk had to drop the belt to him so they could set up that match for him and John Cena at WrestleMania. I just thought that was really poor. That was a poor move. I know CM Punk probably needed a break, but I wouldn't have had him drop to The Rock. He should have beat The Rock. He was champ for over 434 days, something like that. Anyway, I don't think he should have dropped it. And I don't want to see The Rock and Brock fight. If anybody, The Rock should fight Sting, maybe. If The Rock and Sting fought, I think they could tell a good story, and I think it would have people on the edge of their seats. I don't think it would be the best match at WrestleMania, but I think it would be a good match. John Jones, I'm glad you shaved your beard, because you don't deserve to wear a beard. So, Stephan Bonner coming out of retirement to sign with Bellator and fight Tito Ortiz. Now, I think that's kind of interesting, but I don't really care. On the other hand, I don't really care. It might be interesting, but I don't care. Come on, WWE, what are you doing? I mean, you need to come up with something where you can give other superstars, indie people, like these partial contracts, have them come and work like a big show, give them like a shot, maybe a couple house shows and a big show for a certain payment. You know, you could give AJ Styles a shot. There's a lot of TNA people you could bring over. You really need to just bring over Jeff Hardy. You need to take care of that boy, knock some sense into him, and let him go into the Hall of Fame, because he deserves it. He definitely deserves it. Kurt Angle deserves it. AJ Styles deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. If you just watch WWE and you don't know who AJ Styles is, I myself had to backtrack and watch him. And I've watched so much AJ Styles over this year. I have nothing but respect for the guy. He is an amazing performer, and like I said, AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels could have been the best WrestleMania match ever. Just think if they did a ladder match. That would have been nuts. An Iron Man match? Triple threat Iron Man with Kurt Angle? Because if you also didn't know, Kurt Angle and AJ Styles, the stories, some of them were alright, but the feuds they had, the matches, it didn't matter what time period it was. Over the whole time that Kurt Angle was there, anytime they had a match, it was damn good. Watch any of them. WWE, you should have got Samoa Joe too. I didn't like seeing him as a jobber in TNA. Now they gave him a belt again. Low-Key's back, and he is amazing too. There's a lot of people. If Vince McMahon could capitalize on that, maybe offer some people some small contracts to test them out. I mean, all these indie people that are phenomenal. You could move some people in, do very simple storylines dealing with either the person in general or a similar spin off of their character. You could do something, just drop them in, like almost like the Invasion, you know, around Invasion time period where the WCW and WWE all at, except just have indie people come in, have people that can work good with other people that work well, test them out, give them a shot. Mom always said life is like a box of rocks. Don't let anyone tell you it's not a box of rocks. She didn't really say that though, I just said that. So you might think I don't like Jon Jones. I really like his fighting style actually. I think his fighting style, if I could compare it to anything, he does pretty dang good wrestling. And definitely some Jeet Kune Do. He uses a lot of weird angling with his leg kicks and kicks to the knee that are Jeet Kune Do type stuff. But then he uses a lot of Thai strikes too, so it could even just pass for a close quarters Jeet Kune Do. Anyway, I like his fighting style, except for the eye gouging. I don't approve of that. And if you didn't know, in Jeet Kune Do, if it's a street fight, anything goes. So, you know, a gouge to the eyes, you know, making a spear out of your hand, putting it right into someone's... Well, Jon Jones, you shouldn't be doing that in the ring. It's not a street fight. There's rules. UFC has rules. If you're in a street fight, poke a dude in the eye. If you need to, if that's what you gotta do. Anything to survive, you know? It's UFC. You're just making a fool out of yourself with the stuff you got going on now. I mean, it's not Three Stooges. No one thinks it's funny. Maybe you should just start pulling ears instead. And now for the most controversial topic, John Cena. John Cena, for me, love him or hate him, he works well with others. CM Punk's title reign wouldn't have been as awesome if he didn't whoop John Cena as many times as he did. Beating the face of the company like that, their baby boy, their golden boy, their beef daddy, just whooping him as many times as he did, and with style, that was awesome. John Cena has worked with so many good people and had so many great matches with them. Regardless if you love him or hate him, regardless if you think he's a dinosaur like the Hulkster, and regardless of what you think of John Cena, he has worked hard for a very long time. He has given his heart to the company. He has been consistent with what he did, and I respect him. I don't really like him. Sometimes I enjoy him, but I respect the guy, and I'm glad John Cena is in the WWE, because if he was anywhere else, he could carry the company. He continues to do it, and maybe he'll do it in the future. Do I hope he beats Brock Lesnar? No. If he was going to turn heel, he could cheat and beat Brock Lesnar, punch him in the face with a chain or something again. But I don't think he's going to win, and I don't think he's going to cheat. Maybe he won't turn heel either. Yes, it would be cool to see John Cena as a heel. I would enjoy that. I think he would do good as a heel, throw some cheap moves in his bag of tricks, maybe do some stuff outside the ring that looks pretty dangerous. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Fish's Lair. I'm Roy Fei Hong. Have a safe day.